Hello everybody and welcome back to a brand new video. Today we're back with another episode of the Ultimate Ironman, where I'm attempting to earn every piece of gear from scratch, from the weakest gear all the way up to the strongest. Now for a couple episodes now we've been desperately trying to get the bone bolt unlocked. It seems kind of silly, but there are a lot of hurdles in the way. The one we're working on right now is getting the adamant nail, which has a smithing requirement of 74. As far as I can tell, there's no other way to get this item in the game besides smithing it, which means we need to go ahead and get level 74 smithing. And on an Ultimate Ironman, there were a few requirements we need to get out of the way. We will probably need to dump all of our items into an item withdrawal service like Zulrah. So that pretty much means I need to do half of the elf quest line, among other requirements. Anyway guys, I really hope you're enjoying the series, and without further ado, let's get started. So I pretty much managed to go all the way from level 1 to 45-ish just through doing quests. It really helped out a lot. But from there we need to get all the way to level 60, and what I've mainly been doing is repairing these motherload mine struts. We're up to level 55 already, and there is level 56. I'm getting right now about 25k an hour if I'm focusing, and if I'm not on my laptop. On my laptop I can't actually world hop quick enough to make it worth it. Now I'm taking a quick break from the smithing grind because I still think I have another 4 or 5 hours left at that, and I'm going to go ahead and do another recipe for disaster subquest. All the requirements were already done, and I already have the crafting level to make the Fishbowl Helmet, so we're good to go. Oh, I really hope I have enough inventory spots. I didn't realize you can't actually drop anything under here. Well, I guess we will find out pretty soon. I brought 4 attempts at this, so hopefully my cooking level isn't too low. Well, there we go. First time, no problem. And that will be our 5th subquest completed, or 4th. There we go. That is the Pirate Pete's one. There's pretty much one more that's pretty easy, and that is the Evil Dave. And actually that got us at fishing level 2, pretty nice. Now there isn't a massive rush on this because, as most people know, the combat bracelet has the same attack bonus as the adamant gloves, which means I'm not going to be going past there for quite a while. Sometime soon I will need to make a combat bracelet. But regardless, that is another gear upgrade. Those are the black gloves, only 2 more to go. I'm actually going to quickly do the murder mystery quest. It is a requirement for one of the recipe for disaster subquests. Even though I'm probably not going to get around to doing it right now, this quest is kind of inventory restrictive, and I do happen to have quite a few free inventory spots right now. Now who decided that crafting experience amount you got for the reward? 1406. Seems kind of specific, does it not? And that brought us up to 85 quest points as well. There is level 57 smithing, only 3 more levels to go. When I'm really focusing, I can get up to around 28k, even 30k an hour, so it's actually not a terrible smithing method. It looks awful, but it's actually not too bad. We have another big ranged level coming in here, just using the iron arrows and the maple short bow. And I guess the occasional iron dart, but there is level 73 ranged. Wow, only 2 more to go until we can use the blowpipe. Not that we're likely to get that anytime soon. Well, that grind wasn't too bad. Once you get into the zone, you can kind of fly by these smithing levels, but that is going to be level 60 smithing. And finally, the smithing training can actually begin. That allows us to make steel plate bodies in the blast furnace without having to pay the extra money every time we hop a world. Now that is going to speed things up a lot, and that's good because we have quite a bit of experience we need to get. Now before I get too far into the smithing method, there's a few things I need to do. First up here, I need to get the ice gloves. However, after that I need to pretty much get rid of all of the items that I have, either by dropping them or by storing them in Zulrah. And I don't think there's a way around that. I do think I need to go do regicide now. Now before regicide, I actually will need a level 50 mining to get the ice gloves, and I might as well just do that now. I'm already close by. I'm a cheapskate, and I'm just actually going to get 49 for now because we can just get the +1 boost from the Dwarven Stout. Alright, so we need to pretty much do the entire quest line up until regicide, which means we need to do Plague City, Biohazard, Underground Pass, and regicide, which I've been putting off for a while, but this is as good a time as any to do it. And on top of that, we're going to be getting a gear upgrade from the Iban staff once we do Underground Pass. Okay, there we go. That is Plague City completed. We finally now have the Ardoon teleport, and that was kind of silly. We should have done that a while ago. And now we can probably do the RD achievement diary fairly quickly. Not sure what's wrong with my music sliders. So we're going to hop right into Biohazard. which really shouldn't be a big problem, although we do need to transport some things around without teleporting, I think. Now, these samples that she's given me, I will not be able to teleport with, and the only way to get around that normally is to bank them, but I chose to restrict myself, so I can't do that, which means we pretty much have to run, or even take a boat. And there we go, that is the biohazard quest completed. Once King Lathis will shut up. There we go, biohazard completed, 3 quest points, a bit of thieving experience, and that is all the requirements done for Underground Pass, which honestly I might just go ahead and do right now. I'm just going to go ahead and start the quest, and we can start preparing. I don't think it'll be too much of an issue, although inventory management obviously is going to be key. Okay, so this is what we're going to run through Underground Pass with. We got cakes, cool. We got a few wines just in case. We do have our ranged gear on, although in hindsight we probably didn't need to bring all of it. And we got a couple ropes as well as any other quest requirements. I think that is it. And I think we're running through this with 65 agility, so I don't foresee it being a huge problem. Okay, well, I ended up actually doing pretty much all of this on my laptop last night. I wasn't planning on doing much, but I just kind of kept doing little bits of the quest. And all of a sudden I was at the end. Really not that bad. It actually only took me around an hour to do, I think. And I only recall falling in the pit, I think, twice. So either the actual rate that you fall in at is a lot lower than it used to be, or I've just gotten lucky every time I've done this quest. And there we go, that is another gear upgrade with the Iban staff, and I'm probably going to keep this in the inventory for a long time. Of course I can't equip it, I can never equip anything, but the Iban staff is actually going to be very, very good for my account, because it's probably going to be my best mage weapon for months, most likely. There we go, that is going to be Underground Pass completed for 3,000 agility experience, 3,000 attack experience, and 5 quest points, not to mention the Iban staff. Now, I think if we go ahead and start regicide right now, we don't actually need to wait for the messenger anymore. Now, we're just preparing for regicide right now. I think we have pretty much everything we need. Now, one really useful tip is that there are super anti-poisons on the ground just near the observatory, which is very useful because anti-poisons are kind of hard to get on Ironman. Luckily, there's just one right on the ground. There is my first run through of the Underground Pass. Honestly, doing these quests back to back, probably a good idea just because you can remember how to get through this place. We have limited food because I did need to bring a bit of combat gear and I already had things in the inventory, so we're really just juggling maybe 6 or 7 pieces of food at once. Not great, but luckily there are little restock points along the quest. Okay, well, it's going fairly smoothly so far, except for at one point I ran into the same trap like 5 times in a row because I thought I was just failing it. But apparently some of these traps only go one way, so if you're going the wrong way, you're just going to fail it over and over and over again. Now, this is the part you definitely don't want to mess up, because if you happen to mess it up twice, I'll have to go all the way back through the Underground Pass and get another barrel of coal tar, which I really don't want to do. So we just have to be careful not to get the heat into the orange part, which is the only way to really mess this up. There we go, I think that is perfect. We have distilled our barrel of coal tar into a barrel of naphtha, I think. Now, that took quite a while to go all the way through because that thing weighs a ton, but we are back through with the barrel of naphtha and we're pretty much done regicide. Now, this has been a very time-consuming quest. I know it takes a long time, but I think preparation and execution together took me about 2.5 hours, where on a regular account probably only takes you around an hour. Okay, one sec, just let me bomb this village here. And that is it. Why does King Lathis look the exact same as a paladin? And that is going to be it for the regicide quest. That was a mission to do that one, but there we go. 3 quest points, 12 or 13,000 agility experience, and most importantly, access to Zulrah as well as the item retrieval service. Okay, next up here, before I head over to Zulrah, I'm going to actually go get the ice gloves, which are in the White Wolf Mountain. While these are an item requirement for Hero's Quest, you don't actually need to have started the quest to get the ice gloves, which is really nice. We're still using a graceful top and bottom as my range top because I alked them kind of prematurely when I shouldn't have. I could have actually just put those in the retrieval service, but at that point I thought maybe I didn't need to do that yet and I could just drop / alk everything, but that doesn't actually work because I need to have the ice gloves on. Now, what I need to do now is actually suicide to Zulrah, and I haven't actually done that before on purpose. I've definitely suicided to Zulrah a lot, but that's just because I suck. Now, the first thing I want to do is put my coins into a safety deposit box. because after I die, I will need to get back to Zulrah, and the easiest way to get there is with a charter ship. After that, I'll need to fill up my inventory with junk items. So at that point, when I try to reclaim my items, my inventory will be full, which means I'll just withdraw the items I want, which are going to be these guys at the top. Okay, there we go. We're dead. That means our stuff is now stored at Zulrah, and now we just need to go withdraw the proper amount. You know what? I just realized something. I haven't done the Knight Sword quest. That's a little bit annoying, but let's claim here and see what happens. Wait, why do I have that? Actually, that is annoying. I don't want to really drop that, but I also don't want to do that again. I'll be taking that, mister. Kind of feel a little bad for stealing this guy's boot. Aw, Thurgo, my man is gonna let me teleport back to Keldegrim without having to walk. Thank you very much. Now, sadly, I think I need to actually drop these. I really don't want to, but I kind of messed this up. But anyway, we're going to drop them. Realistically, when we need them back, we can either get the next upgrade or we can unlock Fossil Island or something. Alright, so I've been trying this method out for a few minutes here, and I think I have it mostly figured out. It's a little bit complicated at first to get used to, but it's pretty simple in essence. Now, what you pretty much are doing is just running ore from the shop to the blast furnace. It's very convenient because it's like directly here and fairly cost effective as well. So what we're going to do is run one inventory of iron and coal into the blast furnace. From here, we're going to hop to a blast furnace world. Now the reason for that is, for some reason, when you join a blast furnace world, if there's any ore on the conveyor belt, it will automatically smelt it, where normally you actually need to pay gold into the coffer over here. This method actually bypasses that, which actually makes this method profitable. So from here, we're gonna go ahead and grab the bars out of the blast furnace. We're gonna run up here to the anvils. We're gonna smith them into steel plate bodies. And from there, we're going to alch them. And that is pretty much it. I'm just gonna be repeating it over and over again. And as far as I can tell, you can get experience rates as high as 75k an hour. I'm not really sure if RuneLite is tracking the experience rates right. But anyway, we have a bit of a grind ahead of us, so let's get started. Now, my first major goal is level 68 smithing, because then we can switch over to the mithril plate bodies, which will be better at XP per hour, maybe even GP per hour, I'm not sure. And there is level 62 smithing. Okay, I just barely missed level 63, but I'm kind of getting into the groove now. I think I know the general experience rates per hour. Now, first of all, let's have a look at the experience rates. Now, it doesn't seem to accurately track my smithing experience, but the total experience rates per hour right now is around 100k. Which means I'm getting around 80,000 smithing experience an hour, which I'm really happy with. That's actually better than I thought. That is with a high level of focus, at least for me. Higher rates are possible, but lower rates are also possible. Now, a few things I have improved. I've gotten these screen markers in a better place. I'm hopping as I run back to claim my bars. And one other minor time save is I hop back to a non-blast furnace world as I'm going through this gate, as I think it saves a few ticks. But besides that, not too much has changed. It just kind of comes down to muscle memory and practice. Now, getting to level 68 is going to take around 3 hours of high focus smithing, and I'm going to be working on that this week. From there, I'll maybe be getting 100k an hour, and we'll work towards 73 in the next episode. Anyway, guys, that is going to be it for today's episode. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, I would appreciate it if you left the video a like, and I will see you next time.